How we doing, everyone? Welcome in, Nagy Nation. It is Nagy on Sports. As I finish swallowing a bite of granola bar. Apologize about that, but here we are. It is a beautiful nighttime playoff game here. We have the Ravens, the final wildcard team, playing the highest seed, not on bye, which is the NFC East champion, New England Patriots. So, excited to bring this one to you. Kit Nagy and Phil Nagy from Nagy on Sports. Kit, how are we doing today?
Doing great. Excited for more perfect world playoffs here in the wild card. And yeah, it should be an entertaining game here. You never want to count out the Ravens, even though they're the 7th seed coming into this one. And the Patriots had a very surprising season with their opt-outs and injury-free bid here in this season. So should be an entertaining game.
All right, let's get this thing going. Sorry for the earlier kick to normal. I got to run to an appointment right after this, so we're going quick today. Hopefully you can watch it later if you're not on right now. Patriots in the all blue here at home, hosting a playoff game for the umpteenth time. Tom Brady, who? We don't need him. At least in the sim they did. All right. First play of the game, and it's going to be Lamar Jackson in a shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got time. He's going to float a little one to the left side. He's going to catch it and fall out of bounds immediately. That's Willie Snead for a gain of 5. Shotgun again for Jackson. Andrews on a wing on our right side. He's going to go left. Oh, and he tries to throw it in there, and it's picked off by the outside linebacker pass rusher, Jatrick Wise, who had dropped back in coverage, and Lamar just missed him. Wow.
Yeah, very, just Lamar just didn't see him there. Very athletic play from Wise, but yeah, you got to be careful with those slants. You get those linebackers underneath, they're in a position to make a nice pick, which it does right there.
Zone blitz look where that pass rusher drops off right into that spot.
Yep.
That's an easy play for him.
2nd and 6 at the Ravens 29-yard line.
Fights his way up the middle. You'll see a lot of Michelle. You'll see a lot of James White to try to get their weapons involved. Now a 3rd and 4 after the first 2 offensive plays. Again, great short field here. Opportunity for the Patriots to strike quickly. Cam with 4 wide. He's going to evade the pocket now. Calais Campbell chases. He's going to throw it at the 30, and he drops the football. His receiver coming back. I don't think Edelman drops that one in real life. Wow.
No, he did everything right, too. As Cam Newton's kind of running for his life, Edelman is coming back, to present a target, which is exactly what you want him to do on that broken play. But yeah, just a uncharacteristic drop there for Edelman. Most likely, I expect him to come up with that one, which would have definitely been the first down.
Here, potentially a face mask. Oh, holding call coming in late against the Ravens.
Yeah, you got to avoid those special teams penalties. Those are such killers because they just really can add up to a lot of yards lost.
All right, so all things considered, 3 points given up after a interception. Watch out! Oh! He says, sit down. Brandon Copeland just eats up Lamar as he tried to leave the pocket to the right side. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Lamar was looking at there. He just kind of ran right at the defender and didn't really make a move. Very odd on that play.
Sorry, I was saying all things considered, you'll take 3 points when you give the other team the football inside the 30 right away.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that I think is a win, very much so, for the Ravens defense, although they were gifted that with a drop from Edelman that should have been for a first down.
True. That's very true. A 3rd and very long. Lamar floats it deep left side into single coverage, and it's dropped. Had his man out there in single coverage, and it's just dropped.
And yet another drop that I don't think should have been. He actually had his man. He puts it right on a spot, and the receiver just can't come up with it, which, that's not ideal. This is yet another, and of course it's on yet another 3rd down, so influencing or impacting the outcome of this game right now.
Absolutely. It was a great route. It was a really nice throw from Lamar. Again, deep ball accuracy, potentially one of his not strengths. We won't call it a weakness, but one of the things he needs to work on. And Hollywood Brown had it, just dropped it.
Yeah, if
Now a
anything,
screen to the right side. Whoop, go ahead.
if anything, he's very inconsistent with his deep ball. He can be very accurate downfield, but at other times it'll be where did that go?
And that was a good example of being very accurate downfield, and his receiver just let him down. Right side, moving again, and Calais Campbell's going to eat him up. Sacked back behind the line of scrimmage. Big time loss now, a 2nd and 17 upcoming. Calais Campbell
And you know when
finding
you make
Cam Newton.
when you make Cam Newton look small, that you are a mountain of a man.
Yes, you are, and Calais Campbell is. Maybe getting away with a hold, and he's going to go ahead and rip him down. That's Pernell McPhee right again at the line of scrimmage. They're going to go ahead and credit him with a sack there, although it looked like maybe he was across the line. Who knows? Now a 3rd and very long again.
You're right, that was a hold he got away with on that one. Lucky for the Patriots, they get away with it.
Little dump off across the middle, and he's got his tight end Dalton Keene, and they're going to gain a few yards, but I think they're probably still out of Nick Folk range from the 38.
Yeah, I think this is probably a coffin corner attempt. Sure enough, they come out with the bunt unit.
For the Patriots.
Let's see how deadly this corner to the coffin can go, or coffin to the corner rather. And it's a pretty nice one. It's going to go out at the 5. Great punt there. Jake Bailey.
That's exactly what you're looking to do here. Pin them back right up against their goal line there. Anything 5 and in is just gold for a punter to pin team back.
Absolutely. Watch out. Whoa, Lamar evades it and throws it. Oh, it should have been picked again. Wow, dangerous play from Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, very lucky that's not intercepted. That's the prime example of why you never want to be throwing it back against the flow of the defense like that, because the defenders are in good position to come up with picks. Just drops it there.
Across the middle, he throws it about 9.5 yards to Des Bryant. That brings up a 3rd and very short. From the pistol, they give it to Dobbins. Angling right side, and Dante Hightower says, "You shall not pass." 4th and 1.
Yeah, Dante Hightower just shot that gap beautifully, was in a great position to make that tackle. They only needed inches, but he actually sends them back about a foot, brings up that 4th down.
Sorry, good. They were giving me the delayed punt animation. I thought maybe we were going to see a block, but he gets it off safely.
Yeah, that would have been a nasty spot for a block that could have easily ended up with a touchdown.
At their own 40-yard line.
Absolutely. All right, so both offenses kind of struggling here a little bit to start the game, and/or both defenses playing well. Now Cam takes off up the middle, and L.J. Fort's going to drag him down after a 9-yard scamper for Cameron Newton.
Yes, and this, of course, is a very interesting matchup between two, running, quarterbacks known for their running abilities.
Yeah.
So kind of an interesting to see who is more successful with their feet. Because it's always difficult when you've got an extra guy you've got to account for there as a defense.
Absolutely. Whoa, Calais Campbell actually nice broken tackle there. That's Damian Harris, the short yardage back, and he plows forward for 4. I thought for sure Campbell had him stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, no, Campbell is a huge body to move, and he just kind of drove his way past. That's really hard to do. Props to him.
Damian Harris, of course. Watch out! And Judon just got paid a boatload of money to go play football somewhere else with that sack. Already to the 3rd of the quarter for the Ravens defense.
And actually, he goes to play for these Patriots, so an interesting dynamic in that
true.
one.
Very good point. With Bill Belichick and his vault of stimulus money that apparently showed up this offseason.
Yeah, there are people that are loving it. Kind of two schools of thought. You either love what the Patriots did, or you don't like it. To me, it seems like a lot of desperation and a lot of spending that was overpaying guys. And there's another interception, and this one's probably going.
It is 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marcus Peters with a house call. As Cam was late to his read to the outside. We've got our first touchdown of the day.
Yeah, those throws out to the perimeter on the flat can be so dangerous when you're late because you're just giving all kinds of opportunity. If you think about the angles involved with that kind of shallow pass to the sideline, you're giving lots of opportunities with guys just have to plant their foot and drive forward downfield towards the line of scrimmage, and they've got lots of angles to get to that pass. So you either have to be early with it or put it in a position where only your receiver can get it, which is usually outside of your receiver. And that time Cam just puts it kind of on his receiver, but lots of opportunity, and he was late, and that gave lots of opportunity for that pick six. And sure enough, they come away with it, and that's that's a bit of a dagger there early.
Yeah, again, we had just talked about both offenses struggling, so a defensive score may end up going a long way in this one. Angling up the middle for a couple yards, Sony Michel, again, part of that backfield tandem with Nick Chubb at the University of Georgia just a few years ago. Out of the backfield they go. This time it's James White, and he's going to be up near the first down before L.J. Fort shuts the door out. They're going to give him the yardage, first down.
Yeah, nice little angle route there, and Cam hits him in stride and gets the first down.
Again, angling to the right side on a handoff. That's James White with his second carry. He's going to pick up 4 on that first down run.
Hey, George, glad you made it.
4 yards on the pickup.
We did a little bit of an early start today because we got some stuff going. Both of us have some stuff going on after this one, and so we're going to be clicking through it a little bit faster than normal, but still looking to get one out here today.
Absolutely.
Taken down at the 43-yard
Harbaugh stalking the sidelines here. Again, 7-3, defensive struggle, and again, a pick 6 for the Ravens is the only touchdown of the day after the Patriots picked off Lamar Jackson inside their own 30, but then couldn't convert. A drop from Julian Edelman. They had to settle for a field goal. So defense definitely leading to the only offense so far on both sides as a punt up comes again for Jake Bailey.
Yes, indeed, and that was a nice effort run from Sonny Michel. He was really working to try to get to those sticks and gets about 3 or 4 yards of effort while we see another really nice punt from the Patriots to pin them down to the 7. But as I was saying, Sonny Michel really about 2 or 3 yards of pure effort, but just can't get it done for that last inch or 2 that he needed for the first down, brings up that punt.
Yeah, this punter, Jake Bailey, the few other times that we've simmed through the season for various reasons, has been the Pro Bowl punter for the AFC every year. So clearly, Madden thinks he's pretty good.
Yes, I hadn't really known anything about him coming into this, so interesting they think so highly of him.
Yeah. I can't say that I've really been taking stock of the punting situation in the league, other than the hammer, of course.
I mean, there's a few guys that you note that are incredibly good, like Hecker and some of those guys.
Sure.
But
that's a strike. Good throw.
And the Colquitts, of course, are both really quite good. It's a bit of an unknown name, and surprising that he's getting this much love from Madden. But they do that sometimes.
They love the Patriots. That was a nice throw on the run for Jackson. Now he goes back to the right side, and this one's going to be knocked away by the defender that time, J.C. Jackson in the slot.
And of course, if you're View, you would say that that's a big market thing. These Patriots being the huge market area.
That's right.
These big market teams do seem to have some success, which these Patriots certainly did.
He's definitely our resident conspiracy theorist. All right, a strong pistol to the left on a big 3rd and 3, and we're going to have to wait till the other side of the quarter to see what happens. They're going to flip it over and come back the other direction here at a beautiful night in Foxborough.
Well, I would say it's safe to say that there's at least a majority of us Browns fans that think there's something untoward baked into Baker, if you will.
Yes.
But and the same thing for Josh Allen, who just had been woeful this season, even though he is arguably showed this last season in real life that he's one of the best in the NFL.
Yeah, and we buffed the heck out of him too. He's like the 3rd or 4th rated quarterback in the whole game, and he still had a dreadful season. So there's something in there that we can't figure out, that Madden still gets to choose which players it likes, and hopefully both of those players will see a nice upgrade when the new game comes out.
Yeah, Calais Campbell, when he's tackling somebody who's smaller than Cam Newton, makes him look like a child because he's just so good.
Yes, he sure is. 6'8", 3'0", 3 bills. All right, little dump off. He's got his running back. This one's going to be Michel, and he's going to take it outside to the 28. Brings up a 3rd and short here for Newton and the Patriots. Play action out, boot to the right side. Got lots of time now. He's just going to take off. He's got the first down, and he slides down at the 40-yard line. Nice run, smart play there for Newton, and a first down, Patriots.
Yeah, there's a little bit of the new playbook for the Patriots there. We got to see it. Cam Newton, they're kind of catering to his play style a little bit more as they bring him in for yet another year, and it should be interesting to see how they go with some actual weapons on his team. That was probably what he was lacking most. He was having to do it all by himself, and now that they're spending big money on tight ends, on some players and pieces for him to surround him with, it'll be really interesting to see. Bring in Nelson Aguilar, bring in Jonnu Smith, bring in Hunter. I mean, it's gonna be interesting how they shift this offense now that it'll have some targets to hit downfield, or if he'll still be just the rental car that they'll bash into anything.
Yeah, the $14 million rental car at that.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I could definitely see them being one of those teams that, let's say, Justin Fields maybe starts slipping 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could see the Patriots make a move and go get him.
Yeah.
Or whichever quarterback. Doesn't have to be Justin Fields. Whichever quarterback sort of slides. Trey Lance, maybe.
Yeah. What's interesting about that is they definitely paid Cam Newton starter money. So if they, and with all the pickups that they also paid, obvious starter money or overpaid for.
Right.
It's not like they can afford to have Newton on starter money and have another. I mean, unless they're looking to groom somebody behind them, of course. But do you really go to a guy that you think you could plug in right away? Otherwise, you've got kind of like the Baker Mayfield situation with Hugh Jackson, where you're not starting because you don't want to start him right away, but he was the number 1 pick. But you've got a guy that can start. You're paying him starter money. It just gets awkward really quick.
Absolutely. Hey, Calvin, welcome on, brother.
Hey, Calvin, welcome.
That was another nice run for Cam, and he slides down at the 2. We've got a 1st and goal inside the 2-yard line up the middle. No, keeper, and he walks right in untouched. Great play call there. The Ravens were totally fooled on that option keeper.
Yeah, and you just can't allow Cam Newton that kind of a running lane. I mean, he had so much space to operate there. He could jog to the end zone and not be touched, and he essentially did. That didn't even look like he put on any kind of speed there whatsoever. Didn't need a lot of effort to get into the end zone on that one.
Sure didn't. So Cam's legs so far been the best part of the Patriots offense, and the pick 6 being the best part of the Ravens offense here so far today.
Right. Well, yeah, with those critical drops for both teams, but especially the biggest play for the Ravens, is Lamar just threw a dime downfield, but his receiver did him no favors with the stone hands down the field.
He's back to pass now. Lamar now he's going to take off left side, throws on the run, back across his body. He's got a 1st down up to the 40-yard line. 16-yard gain to Willie Snead.
Well, there's some production for the Ravens, so it'll be interesting to see how they build off of that now.
Yeah, I'm just surprised at how much they're throwing the football. Here's a little screen pass to the right side to Dobbins, and he makes a couple men miss. Nice hustle from Dobbins. He's got 8 yards to bring up a 2nd and short.
Yeah, this is a run-first offense. It's interesting indeed that they're throwing as much as they are and not trying to get this run game established because they're such a dangerous running team. And yet another shot downfield and does not come up with it. Very interesting there.
Mark Andrews just could not get that 2nd toe drag to swag. Up the middle on the fullback, Ricard, and he's got a big hold of the 40-yard line. Nice 10-yard run from your fullback there.
Oh, that was some fullback love from the offensive line right there. I love seeing that. They opened a huge hole for Ricard, and he was just rumbling through it. There was so much space. Love seeing that.
Yep, so right when we called them out, the Ravens offense with their best offensive drive to this point. Now Dobbins up the middle, and he's got, Gus Edwards, 30, 20, 10, 5, Gus Edwards, wow, 40-yard touchdown, Ravens retake the lead.
Well, it started with that long pass, the 16-yard pass that they got downfield, and then wondered whether or not they were going to get things clicking off of that. But sure enough, what really got that drive going afterwards was the run game. After that, they had a couple passes, but the screen is an extension of the run. They had that missed opportunity to the tight end out on the edge there, where he can't come up with the ball. But outside of that, it was all run. It was the fullback run. It was that long run from Gus Edwards. It was the run game, which they need to rely on and that they're so good at. And they finally figured that out and went to it. And sure enough, it works.
Yeah, Gus Edwards burst through that hole and was not going to be caught. All right, so a flurry of touchdowns here, back-to-back possessions with touchdowns. Now up the middle again, a little delayed handoff James White is the runner, and he's going to pick up just 2 to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Right up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dragged down immediately. So it'll be interesting if the Patriots win, then it'll just be the 1, 2, and 3, and 4 seeds that all won. And I wonder if it will reseed us to make us as the 4 seed play the Titans, or if we'll just match up with the Chiefs on our half of the bracket. I wonder if it's smart enough to reseed or not.
Yeah, I mean, it should. Theoretically, that's what the NFL would do, so we should be playing the Titans next if this goes that way, but
right.
But if these Ravens get it done, then of course it should theoretically be the Ravens playing.
Yes. Yes.
It's 2nd and 8.
All right, just about 5 minutes to play here. Double tight into the left side. Newton going to fire over the middle on a slant. He's got his nope. Ball came out. It came out, and therefore incomplete. 3rd and 8.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Shotgun for Cam. Little blitz coming late. He's going to rush up the pocket, and Calais Campbell throws him to the ground. Credit him with his 2nd sack of the half for the big man, Calais Campbell.
Yeah, such a sure tackler. He's great in the run game in general and just filling gaps because he's got such a big body. But he's also, for such a big body, he's got a high motor, and he can just get it done. He got great push off the line and can shed blocks and put himself in position to make make stuffs like that.
Yeah, he's just a pro. All right, chips to the right side. Can the Ravens answer? Straight read option, trying to break the tackle, and McCourty's going to bring him down after a short gain of 3 for Lamar Jackson. You'll take that if you are the Patriot defense.
Yeah, certainly, but again, the Ravens trust in their run game that they should be, although they're lined up here in a shotgun. We'll see what they do.
Left side, oh, he found a little hole in the zone. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Hollywood Brown does catch it and goes for a 1st down, but that had all kinds of danger written on it when he let it go.
Yeah, indeed. That was probably gone for a touchdown if he mistimed it. Luckily, he found that one little tiny window in between, because you're right, that was a dangerous throw there.
Patriots just never saw it coming. They were in some sort of a zone, and they found a little gap, and it was excellently executed as Jackson, with just the straight QB power up the middle, brings up a 3rd and 8. Jackson on 3rd and 8. He's going to just check it down over the middle, and he's going to go down immediately. That's tight end Nick Boyle, and I have no idea how he became a superstar over the course of the year, but he did. They will have to punt, of course, 4th and 6. This play will end with the 2-minute warning. And another nice punt. Holy smokes now.
Man, that guy's a wizard there.
Well, this is the other punter. That's Sam Cook for the
you're right.
That's right. Both good punters. Gosh.
We've seen so many of them pinned inside the 5 or very close to.
1st and 95. Cam takes off up to the 10, and he's going to slide down. So he's been certainly more effective now. 6 for 57, and of course the touchdown with his legs. Lamar Jackson just 2 carries for about 3 yards at this juncture. Right side. Oh, another dangerous throw, and again, if he turns the right way, Chuck Clark picks that thing and takes it to the house.
Yep, and I think the defender actually had a better position on that ball than the receiver did. But
Newton on 3rd and 2, rolling. He's going to get hit by McPhee, and he throws the ball out of bounds while getting hit by McPhee, and they're going to punt the ball and give it right back to the Ravens here. $1:27, all 3 timeouts remaining.
And that's where, if your defense can force a 3 and out, that's where that pin inside of the 5 is so important, because now the field position for the Ravens is very favorable coming out on their 41.
Indeed, exactly 80 seconds to play here. Lamar in the shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to survey the field. Pressure coming. It looked like they were trying to set up a screen that just never got there, and Lawrence Guy is going to get credit for the sack.
Yeah, and in that spot, that's about the last thing you want to have happen. You're wasting clock. You still have 3 timeouts, but 40 seconds. It's a lot to get done here.
Yeah, now feels like they're going to be content to run the clock out. Throws it again on the run and overthrows his man on the left side. Hollywood Brown not too tall for that one. Yeah, I would expect to see a run here. Dobbins left side, although he's got some room. 40, 50 in the first down. Dobbins, look at him holding that ball like it's a baby. And he's going to go taken down after a huge run on 3rd and long. Wow.
Yeah, that he needed to get out of bounds there. They take the timeout instead, but that was a free timeout he wasted.
Taking the sack immediately. That's Dietrich Wise again, who has the pick as well. And he's going to get a sack now to go with that pick. 2nd and 15 now, 23 seconds, just one timeout. Jackson surveying again in the shotgun, spinning left, firing over the middle. He's got his receiver open, and he drops the football again. Mark Andrews with an afternoon so far, an evening to forget, rather.
Yeah, forgettable indeed. 2 critical drops on deep throws, which were nice throws from Lamar.
Now Lamar takes off, and he's going to similarly get really darn close to the first down, but not go out of bounds for some silly reason.
Yeah, and I think
are
that's
we in Justin Tucker range, I think?
Yeah, we are, but that's going to force the field goal, which is not what you want to be doing at 51 yards.
Now, Tucker, that's practically automatic. And it is here again, so they get 3 on that last drive. Again, Patriots could not do anything to advance the ball or really take much time off the clock. They gave the Ravens just enough time. And with 6 seconds left, they take a 7-point lead, now 17-10. Short kick. Demir Bird's going to take it up to the, of course, we're going to get one more snap because there are 2 seconds. Let's see if they choose to just throw it down the field, chuck it down, chuck and duck. Let's go. Newton firing deep right side into some traffic, and it's tipped. It could have been picked actually right there by Keene, 44, but it's going to be dropped, and that's going to be the half. All right, second half kickoff coming. Here is Tucker banging the ball down the field. 30 minutes left. Who wants the second round of the playoffs? This game is open for grabs. Demir Bird angling to the left, and he's going to go down at the 26. Again, the 2 seed New England Patriots, AFC East champions, after they played extremely well, and the Bills were just inexplicably bad for some reason. Jets were bad, and the Dolphins were really bad.
Yeah, I think the most surprising of those, the Bills were definitely surprising to me, but the Dolphins were just woeful, and
they were garbage.
That was pretty surprising considering they actually had a very good season.
Sure, and again, we did run Tua from the start, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. We didn't run Fitzmagic for a while and then put Tua in.
Right.
But yeah, so the reports out of the Dolphins are that Tua may not be the answer. At least based on our 2020 redo, yeah.
I was going to say, at least Madden doesn't think so. Which, we learn to trust Madden on some things, but quarterback's not always one of those.
No, right side. There's a late throw, but he gets lucky that their defender was not close, and Ja'Cory Myers is going to get himself up for a 3rd and inches upcoming here on the catch. Hi, Hannah, welcome in.
The 2 quarterbacks in this game get an awful lot of credit in Madden that I'm not sure either of them fully deserve. Not that Lamar isn't a dynamic weapon; he's excellent, but his throwing is suspect at times, and that's not accurately depicted in Madden all the time. And Cam Newton, they have not accounted for his injury, I don't think. Or his injury history, I don't think, and he's really lost a lot on his throw. And you watch him live, you can tell he's a shell of himself.
Correct. Him and Roethlisberger, their arms are sort of deteriorating right now, but the only difference is Big Ben's about 10 years older than Cam, I think.
Yep.
Up the middle to Keene, and he's going to fall forward for the first down there. Now inside Ravens territory. Nice drive here to open the second half for the Pats. Signaling to the left side, give it right up the middle. He's got a big hole and a big run coming for James White. 9-yard carry there for James, his best of the day. 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Double tight end to the left side. Again, give it right up the middle. He's going to bully his way for the first down. This time it's Sony Michel with his 8th carry of the day.
That's good for a Patriots.
First down. Up the middle, whoa! Calais Campbell, sit down. Big TFL for the big man.
Yeah, they had about 3 guys there that blew up that offensive line on that play. They were all in a position to make a tackle behind the line. Calais Campbell just beats them all to it.
Right side, throw it. He's got a receiver open again. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's got the ball up to the 22. Brings up a third, somewhat more manageable now. 3rd and 7 from the 22. They need the 15. Back to pass. Newton rolling right. Breaks the first sack. No, he just won't get it. Judon's going to take him all the way down. Future teammates tackling each other there, and they're going to have to settle for a long field goal from Nick Folk.
Yeah, Judon did just enough to knock him off balance, and he couldn't recover from it. Not a great tackle. You don't want to see that. You want to see a little better technique from Judon, wrapping him up, not just like bouncing off of him and hoping that the change of momentum will knock him off his feet. That ends up working out in this case, but I know they're going to coach him up after the fact and tell him, yeah, you wrap that up, and you got to, drive with your hips through the tackle, lower your shoulders, and head up, and all that kind of form tackling stuff, because that's just poor form. You can't be doing that if you're a pro, an NFL defender.
All right, Dobbins just really having a tough time getting going today. Only 5 carries, and again, about 28 of those 30 yards came on one run. Hey, Wendell, welcome on. Welcome, Diablo. Good to see you. Pats over the Rats. Love it. All right, Mark Andrews finally securing a catch. He's had 2 really big drops. Now a 3rd and inches. Turn around. Give it to your power back. That's Gus Edwards, and that's just his 3rd carry of the game. You can see 46 yards. He had that 40-yard touchdown as well. 7:30 clock running here. Again, 13-17 breakdown. You'd like to see some more runs, especially with the lead. Screen left side, Dobbins breaking a tackle. Actually, is going to get tackled in space. Nice tackle there by the defender. That was a really good tackle in space there. Dobbins would have had some more yards.
Yeah, it seems amazing to me that we need to call for more runs from this Ravens offense. They're so run-heavy. Here they are with a very nice run, though, from J.K. Dobbins. But it's just... It seems very bizarre that they're not leaning heavily on that run in this game, where they're so good in the run game, and they know it.
Trips to the left side for Lamar. Now he's going to roll. Now he's going to fire to the left side to sort of check it down. Devin McCourty closed quickly, and Mark Andrews is going to get a catch for a 1 singular yard gain.
Well, I will say the one thing that this offseason for those guys that was so important, especially for that run game, because they did have some fall off in the real season in the run game, but it was fixing the interior of that offensive line with Kevin Zeitler. That's a huge pickup for them.
Unfortunately for us.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Tucker here. We're going to try from 57.
He's got the leg.
Into the wind, and he just drills it. Gosh, what a kick. This dude's incredible.
Yes, he is, and that's true to life. I mean, he is just automatic from almost anywhere on the field.
Watch this kickoff not even get to the end zone. That's how much the wind is blowing from that side, and he just drilled it from 58. Gosh.
Yeah, that's Tucker for you.
That's Tucker. Yeah, it's Tucker. All right, 20-13 now. They extend their lead back out to a touchdown. Can Cam get something going here? Just had the 1 successful touchdown drive so far. And immediately tackled after catching it is Myers over there on that left sideline, just a gain of 6.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Cam, that huge mistake on that throw to the perimeter is the difference in this game right now.
Now that pick 6 absolutely looming large. Here's another slant to the right side, and Humphrey jumps the route and almost picks it again right on cue.
Yeah, Cam's lucky on that one that he didn't come away with that, because if he keeps his feet in that spot again, another opportunity at a pick 6.
Oh, breaking tackles, he takes off. He's got the first down. He's actually going to take a shot from Patrick Queen, but first down yardage is achieved for Superman.
Yeah, it's funny watching Cam Newton make all those guys look small when you're having, Calais Campbell make Cam Newton look small.
Inside handoff again. Now James White angling to the right side. He's going to get maybe 2 yards. Newton climbs under the pocket. They've run the ball 28 times, thrown it 22. That's more of what I would have assumed the Ravens would be at as well. Up the middle again, another good yardage run there for Sony Michel. Brings up a 3rd and 3. Hi, Keith. Welcome in. Back to pass. Rolling left side again. He's got the room if he wants it. He's going to take it. 40, 45, angling. getting around the corner and another first down. Cam Newton up to 85 yards, single-handedly keeping his football team in the game.
Yeah, mistake there from his receiver. Should have been on that block way earlier, realizing that Cam Newton was going to run. I know that's a Maddenism where they'll just sit there in a spot, which is just so bizarre. Because real receivers don't do that. But, that potentially could have been a more explosive run for Cam Newton had his blockers been in position in front of him, a little sooner on those blocks, giving him a read to work off of.
Also feels like a little bit of a defensive failure that the Ravens just keep letting him out that quickly or that often. No spy or coverage on that side.
Yeah, no, they definitely haven't had an answer for him in the run game in this one, and that's a problem they need to adjust.
Okay, again up the middle. Cam Newton actually going to call him for a sack this particular time with Jay Ellis. I have no idea who that is. Some stamina sub. Good play for him. They're going to angle this one again. And Bailey puts it out. This one not nearly as good at the 24. All right, 20-13. Got a 7-point lead to protect. This is exactly what the Ravens want to do. They're going to stretch it left side to Dobbins. He's got the corner. He's got the first down, and McCourty takes him down after a gain of 12. Dobbins sneakily up to 57 yards now as well.
Yeah, Ravens are in the spot they want to be in this game, up a touchdown. They're now going to their run game, which is what they need to be doing, burn off clock and really highlight the strength of this team.
Up the middle again. This time he's going to get brought down at the line. John Simon, the first one to meet him there in the middle, as well as Hightower. All right, fourth quarter, here we go. 2nd and 8 to start off. A heavy pistol look. Double tight ends left side and Ricard to the left side. They're going to run that direction. Up the middle again. Dobbins, he's going to get chased down from the backside again by John Simon. Ohio State on Ohio State crime. 3rd and 6, Lamar. They need this conversion. He's going to go right side. He runs if he wants. He's going to throw it back across his body, and Hollywood Brown drops it again. Ugh.
Yeah, poor drop from Hollywood, but I actually think the answer there for Lamar was to run the ball. He had plenty of space in front of him. He had the easy first down, and instead he elects to fire off a ball with his feet not set, potentially leading to a more difficult ball for his receiver to catch, and ends up in a drop. That to me was an obvious place to run if you're Lamar.
It was definitely trying to be a little too unselfish at times. You got to know that you're the best player on the field, and he pretty much always is. He tried to go to the right side to the rookie tight end Dalton Keene, Virginia Tech, and he could not bring it in. Cam now, back to pass. Now he's rolling frantically, going around the pocket, and Calais Campbell says, I'll take another gift of a sack. Judon actually going to go halvesies with him on it. And what was that from Cam? Gosh.
That was really bizarre. It's like he was taking some kind of like tour of the pocket back there. He's like touring everything, checking it all out.
Go check out here. Go check out here.
He's trying to find a hole, I guess. I mean, he had a hole there. He actually, if he just made up his mind and went, he had a hole he could have escaped out of. But I don't know if he was afraid of that, like it was going to close or something. But I'm not sure. But it was bizarre. That's the one thing that is sure.
Very true. And now he's going to take off again, and Calais Campbell meets him again. They'll actually give him credit for a 1-yard run this time, though. So Campbell will not get another sack, but
another poor read there from Cam is he actually had. We're going to watch this one real quick. The hole opens up to his right, which you couldn't really see that, but he chose to go right up the middle where the hole is not. I mean, there was a smaller hole there, but it was not nearly as wide open and available for him potentially to pick up that first down. No guarantees he makes it, but that was a much more likely hole to further to his right that he just missed. And as big as it was, it's surprising, especially with his experience as Cam Newton is at escaping pockets. You would think for sure he'd have seen that.
Heavy pistol look to the right side. 13 minutes, just time. Oh, big read option, but he's not fooled at all. Stephon Gilmore was just waiting for him and rips him down in the backfield.
Yes, Keith, you're absolutely right. Way better than a shuffle sack, especially in that position. That would have been a shuffle sack for a safety, indeed, and that's the last thing you want if you're Cam Newton and these Patriots.
Right up the middle, Dobbins, and he's going to get stuffed in the hole. He's going to give him a gain of 1, and that's it. Now a 3rd and long. Wendell, to be determined. I'm actually flying out to Florida tomorrow for the week and wasn't planning to take anything for streaming, so we might be taking a week siesta from our streams, and we'll come back and have the second round of the playoffs. I might be able to coerce Kit into making a video or 2 to drop some for you, so you'll have some content, but there will likely be no more Sims after today. So you'll have to wait a week to get the Browns.
Yeah, and actually, we'll still have, if this is the last one, we'll still have one more wild card game yet to clean
True.
up for the NFC.
True.
The last NFC game.
We may be able to sneak that one in tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to do that if you got time.
We'll see. We'll see how the schedule unfolds.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up second and
Worst case,
10.
we'll just force win it and tell you who won it, so we can have the second round. What is? I don't even know what that game is. Is that the
That's the
Seahawks Cardinals?
Seahawks Cardinals, yes.
Brings up third
Right.
and
Probably a pretty good game too.
Yep.
Although we've seen both teams a bunch. Spinning again. Oh, Calais Campbell just absolutely setting up a house in the backfield right now. Gosh.
Yep, he's pitched his tent. He pretty much is living there, and that's not what you want with this Patriots offensive line. They've just been getting bullied by him, and Cam Newton, I think, is getting a little frustrated back there.
take over first and 10.
And not getting any better, letting Joe Tooney go, now one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid guard in the NFL.
Yes, indeed.
Up the middle, Dobbins again. Nice run of 8 there. Quietly up to 71 yards today. Yeah, the Patriots' run defense, as you can see this season, was pretty solid today. Already given up a $145 with more presumably to come here as the Ravens try to milk this thing away. Play action, though, this time. Over the middle, just a nice little dump off. He's got his fullback, Patrick Ricard. First down, and just now over 100 yards passing for Lamar Jackson with 9 minutes to go in the game.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
Back to pass. Now, he saw the pocket. Now he's going to float it way deep right side, and somehow that one's caught. That's the one that Hollywood Brown chooses to make a tough catch on, and he's got his 3rd catch up to the 30. What a wild play.
That was wild again. Huge space in front of Lamar. Should have ran it, but makes a very inadvisable throw across the field, across his body, feet not set, and this time his receiver bails him out. But no guarantees. You do that too often, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's not the well you want to go to over and over again. That time Chase Winovich able to contain Lamar and get credit for the sack, although it looked like Lamar was definitely running to me, but what do I know? All right, now setting up a 3rd and long. Again, they are already in Tucker range, so maybe a sack or a turnover. If not, you're going to be down 2 scores here. Pressure coming. Now he takes off. Nope, he's going to run right down the line of scrimmage. Fire on the run, and it's caught. Coming back to the ball. 2 great catches in a row for Hollywood Brown. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Yeah, I mean, again, Lamar should have ran. He had all kinds of field in front of him and just, decides he wants to throw instead, which is not really like him. He gets bailed out yet again, on a very poorly underthrown ball, and Brown just manages to work back to the ball enough to scoop it almost off the grass.
Yeah. Now, I will say, at least when that Monday night game in particular where we played them, that's when Lamar is the most effective. When it looks like he's going to run, everybody starts to pursue, and then he just finds a wide open receiver over the top.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, when you can suck that secondary in with everybody thinking you're going to just run the ball because you've been so electric and dynamic with that run game all game long, just burning folks. And to me, this is a spot where you have to go for it if you're Baltimore. But I think we've well established my thoughts here on the 4th and 1. But of course, they're going to set up Tucker for the easiest kick of his life.
Well, it's going to give him It's going to give him the 2-score lead.
Yeah, I suppose. Especially when you like playing with a lead. That's what these Ravens are built to do. I understand it, but I don't know. To me, I still think you go for it. That's where I'd be at on that conversation. And I totally lost track of where I was going with that point, so I'm going to leave it there.
We were talking about Lamar Jackson running and then throwing beat plays when it looks like he's going to run.
Right, yes, you're right. Yeah, no, it's that is very dangerous when you've established your presence, if you will, in the run game, and then being able to throw downfield. Guys can be very wide open, and we saw that against the Browns. Now, I don't think that's as likely for us this season with the adjustments we've made in our secondary. They're going to be way faster and much better players back there. I don't think you'll see as much of that.
Absolutely. And I don't think, my assumption is that Madden's AI is not smart enough to have defenders leaving their guys to go try to chase down Lamar before he starts actually crossing the line of scrimmage, but I could be wrong.
It's hit or miss in the play-action game, which they at least attempted to try to get that. There's Calais Campbell again. 5 sacks, 4 TFLs for that big man. That's quite a day.
That's a whale of a game for your whale in the middle, yeah.
But no, they I don't think you're right. I don't think they actually do that in Madden, although just in the play action, and it's kind of hit or miss even in play action.
All right, 4th in the game here from 24. Cam gonna fire deep left side, and it's picked. Threw it into double coverage, and it's gonna be picked off. Deshaun Elliott, the free safety, and that's gonna be all she wrote now. Ravens are gonna get the football back at their 23-yard line with 3:22 to play, and they are going to upset the home Patriots and move on to the second round playoffs, presumably against the #1 seed Tennessee Titans.
Yep, that should be the matchup, and yeah, it's the defense really getting it done here. The offense did just enough to keep them in it, and then the defense is really the heralds of this victory as they come away with 2 critical interceptions, 1 for a touchdown that really seal this game.
Gus Edwards on his just 4th carry of the game, already 51 yards. So good balance today from the runners. Actually, Lamar's been the worst of the runners, even though he's had some opportunities and chosen not to take them. 2-minute warning here. Again, 23-13. We'll see if they just want to sit on this and make everybody use timeouts, or if they're going to try to get aggressive here. It is a 3rd and 2. Obviously, you got Tucker in your back pocket, Mr. Automatic. But Dobbins is going to secure the first down, secure that bag, and of course the Patriots will start calling timeout. So sorry, what, is it Ty? Don't we have a Patriots fan on the channel? Is it Ty? I can't remember who's the actual
Tyler.
Declared. Tyler, yes, the declared Patriots fan. So I'm sorry if you're watching this later, Tyler. As Keith just said right there, you have 0 offensive capability right now for the most part, and Cam Newton was just a mystery in the pocket for the whole second half. Just very, very odd decisions being made.
Yeah, especially when he was so dynamic in the first half. I mean, he wasn't getting tons and tons of yardage, but he was just a weapon where he would pick up 9 and find a seam that he could exploit. But then, second half it was weird where he just kind of shifted to a confusion mode, it felt like.
Absolutely, yeah. And those, I mean, I think he had about 75 yards rushing in the first half. He was effective and just got discombobulated. So they will go ahead and bring Tucker out as well. Make this a 13-point advantage, 26-13. Tucker's right foot of gold is up, and it is good. And we just have a few ticks to play left here now. Appreciate everybody being on. Presumably the Patriots will go for it and either throw an interception or go a 3-and-out or something. So we're not going to go anywhere, at least for a few minutes. But appreciate you being on. Thanks for being able to jump on early with us. Appreciate that, so I can run off to an appointment. I know Kit's got to run off to work as well. A little earlier than usual today. So again, stand by. We'll try to keep you posted. Certainly the Discord folks will let you kind of know what's going on. If we can get the last playoff first round game tonight, we will. It may be the kind of thing where I just started on my PlayStation because I'm packing for vacation, and you can just watch it on your own without commentary or something like that. We'll figure it out so that we can get back from vacation and start the second round. Pressure coming. Still rolling, and pushed out of bounds. Patrick Queen. So there was one of those runs right there from Newton. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 that just hasn't had it for the majority of this 3rd and 4th quarter. He floats it right side into some traffic, and that one's knocked away by Marlon Humphrey. 4th and 1. Again, just 46 seconds still to play, making us earn this last minute of the game. Up the middle, 4th down run, and Derek Wolfe shuts the door. Game over officially, as the Ravens will get a turnover on downs and bring the victory formation onto the field. That's going to do it. No, they're going to have to snap it one more time. Of course they are. 1 second difference. Shot clock, game clock to play clock. So again, thanks for joining us. Again, appreciate all the subscribers. We'll hack through the stats here pretty quick. Awesome job, Kit, getting us done in under an hour. And we'll take a quick look at these stats. And then again, just one more position to be filled in the playoffs bracket week 2, and that's the winner of the Seahawks Cardinals, and we'll get that one to you here in some capacity just as quickly as we are able to do so. So here's a quick look at the stats. Again, not a ton of passing. Newton 15 for 28, a $144, and the 2 picks, of course, the first one leading directly to a touchdown as Marcus Peters pick-sixed him. 16 of 25 for 145 for Lamar, and an interception as well. So neither quarterback passing particularly well. Running today, Michelle was 12 for 27, not great. Newton 11 for 96, he was pretty great, at least at times. And White added 10 for 8 himself. For the Ravens, they had good mix as well today. Dobbins 19 for 88, Jackson 8 for 18. So anyway, he actually wasn't as good as he normally is as well. And then Gus Edwards 4 for 51 in that nice touchdown run that he had. Let's check out some of these drops coming up here. How about 2 for Marquise Lee, 2 for Julian Edelman, and no catches? That's brutal right there. You hate to see that from your leader, Marquise Lee, and Julian Edelman. That's your top 2 receivers. Combining for 2 catches and 4 drops is not a great way to play that game. There's a lot of checkdowns there to James White. Again, Hollywood Brown and his 2 big drops, but he did end the game with 4 catches for 72 yards. Again, both teams really struggling to pass the ball. Didn't really need to in the case of the Ravens. Defensively speaking, both teams were great. Hightower led his team with 14 tackles. The sacks today were by Brandon Copeland, Chase Winovich, Lawrence Guy, and Dietrich Wise. And of course, Wise had that pick very, very early, first drive of the football game. For the Ravens, of course, tackling today led by, Calais Campbell. He had a whale of a game, 4 TFLs, 5 sacks. The rest of the defense really contributed. I think they had 11 as a team for sacks, which is awesome. Look at all of them right there. 3 for Judon, 1 for Ellis, 1 for McPhee, and then a half shared by Williams and Wolf. And then the picks today were, again, by Deshaun Elliott, the one who sealed it, and Marcus Peters with a 65-yard pick 6 that got the scoring started for them. So great game overall. Again, excuse me, Kid, anything else to say about this one?
No, like we talked about, Ravens just kind of established the lead, maintained it throughout, and the Patriots didn't have enough answers in this one, and really the 2 huge interceptions that the defense for the Ravens came away with to win this in critical moments.
Absolutely. So again, we appreciate everybody on. Thank you so much to our subscribers. You guys are the best. You are the gas that makes the engine go here at Nagy on Sports, and we appreciate that very, very much. So again, stay tuned. We will try to drop some information about when the last of the first round playoff games will happen and what that might look like. But again, we will probably be taking the majority of next week off, as I will be on vacation, sunning myself on a beach in Florida, which I cannot wait to do. Double vaxxed and ready to go. So again, thank you all subscribers. Thanks to Kid out on the left coast, Phil Nagy here in the Midwest as well. We together are Nagy on Sports. Today we will say go Ravens and go
Browns!